Welcome to the Social Media Takeaway. I'm your host, Louise McDonnell, and this is the show for business people who want to learn how to use social media to drive sales and leads for their business. If you enjoyed the show, please make sure you subscribe. Today, I am delighted to be joined by Julie Burke, or as she's better known online, Jules Rules Ireland. So Julie is an Irish comedian and social media sensation. She started making funny videos on social media about 4 years ago. Now she has over 30,000 followers across Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and she has taken the digital world by storm. She's so funny. If you gotta check her out. If you're not following her already, check out her videos. They are really hilarious. You're so welcome, Julie.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Louise.
So TikTok is your preferred platform, is it, Julie?
It's my preferred platform in the sense that I find Instagram can be very tough to crack. It has a very discerning algorithm. It really leans towards a certain look and feel. So it's a very tactile platform is how I refer to it. Now, I actually refer to it as the snobby sister, but it's quite a tactile platform. So it's more about sell. Whereas TikTok is a mix of everybody. Anybody at all can take off on TikTok, be successful on TikTok. Your age category, like the more you engage with a particular type of algorithm is the more content you get. So I get a lot of women like myself doing comedy because that's what I'm doing and that's what I engage with. So I find TikTok to be a great starter platform, and then I piggyback it off to the rest of them. A lot of people say, oh, so you shouldn't put TikTok content onto Instagram. I put TikTok content onto Facebook, and I only started doing it about a year and a half ago. I've 20,000 followers on Facebook.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So
yeah, I totally agree with you. I think at the end of the day, if the content is good enough, it'll get
yeah,
bottom line. If your content is funny, which yours is, and it's entertaining, which it is,
yeah.
it's going to perform well. So I'm totally with you. Okay, so you have brilliant TikTok tips. I just said it wrong again. TikTok tips. Will you share with us? Because I know this is something you shared
Sure.
at Social Media Fest, and I thought they were fabulous. I was like, I have to have this girl on my podcast.
So I'm going to give you quite a few great tips today. One of them is always use your own hashtag. So when you set up an account, your account name has to be original. You can't have the same account name as anyone else. So that means that hashtag is unique to you. And that means the more you build your brand, the more you build your name, that hashtag is connected. So my hashtag is Jules Rules IRL. Every single video I put up on any platform has that hashtag. And that means that if anyone looks at any of my viral content and taps on the hashtag Jules Rules IRL, all my stuff comes up for them. From the get-go, always use your original hashtag on all your content. The other thing I'd say to you is be yourself and be genuine. People see right through the fake stuff all the time. They see through the staged stuff. You know, we're very discerning now, and really our attention span has dropped so much. So before, the average attention span would have been the length of a full advertisement on TV. Our attention span now is averaging between 10 and 15 seconds. So if the person doesn't like the ad or doesn't like the hook, they're gone. You've lost them. So that's really important to be genuine, because if they're turned off in the first 10 to 15 seconds, they're gone. The other thing that I would say is don't be afraid to put your content out there. I know there are a lot of businesses watching this going, we're not setting up social media. We're just going to give room for people to give out. And as I said before, if you don't put up a social media brand and start leading and dictating how your brand is talked about, other people will do that for you, and it will not be in a nice light. My advice is always, why wouldn't you talk about your brand and share with people how proud you are of what you've produced or your business or your product? And if there is an issue, if somebody does reach out and say, I'm not happy with this, or thank you so much for your feedback, please reach out to us. Here's our email address, and let's go and try and resolve this issue for you. And that's far more important. The other thing is people don't trust people that don't have social media. They start to question it. They're like, this is a big brand, or this is a big product. Why don't they have social media? So that's the other side of it. You can actually make people quite suspicious of the fact that you don't have social media. Piggybacking is one of my favorite things to do. I've coined that phrase, so it's mine. I must copyright it. But basically what I do is, people will say to me as well, I don't have time to make all this content, Julie. I can't make content for this and this and this. And so I always say, pick your favorite platform, if it's Facebook or whatever, and do your content on one platform, and then just piggyback it off the rest. Just put it up on all the rest. I prefer to make my content on TikTok, and then I take that video, it's immediately in my phone gallery, and I put it across all the other platforms, and it's great. So it's a great way to do one video and one size fits all. And my content does very, very well. And I think if your content is of good quality, it really doesn't matter, especially when you're starting out. If you don't have the budget for a big social media campaign, or you don't have the budget to hire a marketing person, it's a great way to start out. You know, you can always look at that down the line.
Yeah, I always say that like your website tells people who you are, and your social media tells them what you're doing right now. Yeah, I think you're dead right. Like you have to be on social media. You have to put yourself out there because you're just gonna have more exposure.
Yeah. And the other tip I wanted to share kind of ties into all of this. So people often say to me, but Julie, I don't want to be on social media. I don't want my face on social media. And my answer to them is this: when you buy something, you like to see the person you're buying from. And more than ever, we buy a story. Your story matters. But here's the beauty of it: you don't have to talk. So if your fear is, I'm going to sound weird on a video and I don't want to do it. Oh, I hate my voice. You don't have to talk.
I completely agree. And like, again, I love that point that you're saying, like, you don't have to speak to camera to be on video. Let's say you're an artist or you're making something. You could put a time lapse on. You could just have even a series of photos that you put together and to create a video. And then a great thing we get our clients to do all the time is to send us voice notes. So we get a voice note, and like if you have a voice note on your phone, you can quickly highlight it and then email it to yourself. Then you got it on your computer. You can upload that to Canva and overlay that with your images and your videos. And all of a sudden, you've got a really cool video with your voice and your face, but you're not having to speak to camera. And that's super easy, like even to create loads, batch create those, and you'll have some for a long time. So yeah, you're so right. And I think as more and more AI videos start to be created, I would say to people, don't do it. Like, just because all you're going to do is you're going to look like those fake websites from the other side of the world. That's all they create. And do you want to be in the same category as them? Be yourself, stand out and tell your story.
I would just say make the commitment to yourself. If you made a commitment to yourself that we're going to do one piece of content a week for the next 52 weeks, sit down in January, or even sit down now in the couple of weeks before December. The year's not over yet. I guarantee you could come up with 52 ideas. You don't even have to have the 50 to start with. If you even had 20 or 30 ideas, once you start, then it just explodes and expands.
I'm going to give an unmercifully plug from my 2025 social media content planner. That is a great tool for your team to work with as well. There's 400 prompts in it, like for special days. And those special days are wonderful for just giving you ideas for inspiration. And I would actually say, Julie, I think if you have 14 or 15 really good pieces of content, repurpose them twice or three times, you're done for the year. Because your video that we spoke about before we started recording about the school jumpers, because it really is, it's like Julie had the conversation in my house about the kids going back to school and what they'll wear and what they won't wear. That's going to fly every September. Like every September, you can just take that out and it's going to go, because it's going to be relevant every single year. So yeah, so there's my little plug again of 2025 social media content planner and guide, available on Amazon soon. The Kindle version is there. Amazon are just being a bit weird about the print edition, but yeah, 400 ideas for content in that, and lots of chat GPT prompts and AI tips as well.
Fantastic. There you go. So it's ready for you.
Well, it's just, you know what, in this AI world, people are what's going to make, it's the individual input of the people that makes the content different. The AI just makes it faster, and anything you can do faster and get better results with, I think is a win-win for us. Julie, thank you so much for coming on. You've been a wonderful guest, and she's given us wonderful tips here today, and I really appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me, Louise. It was great fun.
You're welcome.